Hello Sagittarius, I'm Christy. You're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Sagittarians this week? Five of Wands firstly. Then the Death card flipped over, then the Page of Wands, and then the King of Cups. So I'll talk you through these cards and then I'll clarify them, as always, to get some more information out of them. Firstly though, Five of Wands, there's a little bit of drama happening for you this week. Whatever it is, it might not be worth the energy, and I feel as if that's the case. It's not you necessarily causing drama, it might be the people in your environment, people around you. It's just a bit of a kerfuffle. There's a bit of a happening that you're just like, this is entertaining to watch, but I don't want to be a part of it in any way, whatever it's to do with. So it's just like a pre-warning. Just, I don't know, it might also be like a pre-warning of don't give your 2 cents or something. If you're usually very involved in discussions or something around your friend group or family, there's something where it's actually best to kind of stay out of it completely, because it's not worth the effort. Then you have the Death card. I love this card so much. It's not death as in death, it's death as in rebirth, it's death as in an ending, and there's something that is now being reborn, whatever it may be. Won't know till I clarify it, but it's just a lovely energy of rising from the ashes, seeing what you can do next, seeing what you're capable of now, moving forward. So it could be you ending a chapter of a career and choosing a different path for yourself. It could be you ending a chapter in a relationship and either having a rebirth in that relationship and saying let's start fresh, let's start from the beginning. Or it could be you kind of starting fresh as in taking a time out for yourself to focus on you. It could be you having a rebirth in your life of starting a relationship for some of you. Then you have Page of Wands. Page of Wands is very optimistic, very, very spontaneous, very like spur of the moment. Something's happening very spur of the moment for you this week. And a lot of the signs have been getting the Page of Wands. So there's definitely something very spontaneous, very much unpredictable. I feel like you Sagittarius are very much enjoying being unpredictable, so there could be a sense of people around you starting to know your next move or starting to be able to kind of predict what you're going to do. And so this week you're like, haha, watch me change this up a bit. Like the example I give for this sometimes is I feel like if you've seen The Hunger Games Catching Fire or read the books, and when, spoiler alert, close your ears, skip ahead if you've not read or watched the movies, but when they're on the clock and it spins, because they spun it, the game makers had to spin it because everyone figured out how everything was working. There's a sense of you kind of going, haha, spin this around now, let's change my whole life up completely, or let's change this up completely because people think they know me, people think they can know what to expect. Watch them watch that. I hope, like, there's something where it's like, watch this, I'm gonna change the narrative, I'm gonna change it completely. You don't like being predictable or something, and so you're making sure you're not. I was gonna say I'm gonna clarify these cards, but there's also the King of Cups here. That's strange. Why was I not talking about him? There's someone you don't want to talk about, there's someone you don't want me to talk about, but there is a King of Cups, so there is a man or woman that is very much emotionally intelligent, very loving, very caring, very kind around you this week. I really like the King of Cups because they're very calm, they're very mature, and they're very, it feels like they're just very on top of their emotions and then able to be balanced and empathetic towards yours, if that makes sense. There's just something very caring about this person, but it's beyond what you're used to. I'm gonna clarify, but for some reason you didn't want to talk about King of Cups, I feel. There's someone you don't want me to talk about. Clarify the Five of Wands, Sagittarius, Six of Cups. There's an argument, or there is a person that you used to argue with coming back from the past. Six of Cups is all about people returning, or returning to a more childlike state of being. So either this is really childish arguments happening around you, which can very much be the case, or it's someone returning that you used to know from childhood, that you used to fight with, or they have a discussion to have, or most likely I'm getting that this is just childish behaviour from those around you that you're trying your best to stay out of, because it's almost just like no one's winning. It's like people are, both sides of the party are arguing to win instead of understand what the actual solution or whatever the truth is of the matter. It's more just arguing with egos and I want to win, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. It's just not a competition. I don't know, you just know it's not worth the fight. Clarify the Death card for Sagittarius. Hierophant. Some of you are changing like spiritual or religious beliefs. You're having a huge comeback when it comes to your beliefs. If you for some reason have let go of something you used to believe in, it's resurfacing or something, like whatever your beliefs are, because you all have different things that are true for us, and there's just something with the Hierophant and the Death card. It feels like something's re-emerging. You could have believed in it when you were younger, and you've now since forgotten about it or just had your attention on other things, but it just seems as if something's finding its way back to you that you've forgotten. Clarify the Page of Wands for Sagittarius. The Five of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. Some of you, I feel like I've said that a lot, sorry, it's bothering me now. I keep saying some of you, some of you, some of you. Can't undo it, done it now. But with the Page of Wands with the Five of Pentacles, some of you are feeling a little bit left out, or feeling a little bit like you're on your own, and I feel like there's an energy here of becoming awakened to the fact that everybody feels that way, and you're not alone in your loneliness. Everybody else feels that way sometimes too. But that being said, it can still be very, very difficult when you feel like you're the only one, or when you feel like you're the one that is the exception, or the left out, the one that's different. With the Page of Wands, I feel like there is you kind of being very spontaneous and trying to put yourself out there, include yourself in something, in going outside of your comfort zone to be around more people, or to be in different social situations than you usually let yourself be. It's because you feel like you need to do that. There's something where there's something where you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone to be seen more. In, like, you want people to see your natural self is what it feels like. You want people to see your natural self because you feel like you don't get seen enough. But then you trying to be seen as your natural self isn't your natural self, because your natural self wants to be at home reading a book. Like, there's something where you're trying to be seen, but it's not really working. With the Five of Pentacles, you feel less yourself than ever. I just want to say that's you. If you want to be seen more, if you want to go out of your comfort zone, if you want to be appreciated more, I feel as if there's going to be a time where you are. There's going to be a time where people see you for who you truly are. People see your true personality and character. It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. Don't try and skip ahead. Don't try and force yourself into situations where you don't feel comfortable. Don't try and force yourself to be seen in your natural light, because it's not your natural light at all. And your natural light is the most authentic and beautiful and true and real. And right now it might be the case that you're supposed to just enjoy your time in the shadow for a second before you then are exposed into the light. There's something where you will be seen how you want to be seen, and you will be seen for who you are. But you can't really choose when that is. It's up to other people to then be awakened to your... It's almost like you want to awaken people and you want to shake them and be like, it's me. And you can't. You have to let them notice you. Let them see your true light. Because you can't just like... Could you imagine if we all just, like, in a really literal sense, tap people on the shoulder and be like, look how cool I am. look at my energy, look how nice I am, look how kind I am, look how beautiful I am. Like, you can't. It's the complete opposite. They kind of have to, like a flower, right? People go to the flower, look how pretty that is, or look how beautiful, look how amazing, how good that flower makes me feel, or whatever it may be. It's like, you can't force people to notice your soul or yourself. They have to come to that conclusion on their own, which is very frustrating because I feel like a lot of you are feeling quite alone, but your people are going to find you when they're supposed to. Clarify the King of Cups for Sagittarius. Knight of Wands with the King of Cups. Some of you have someone that you deem to be a player, or you deem to be quite playery in energy when it comes to love. You've written them off as like, yeah, not for me. And that's why you didn't want me to talk about them. But there's something with the King of Cups here where this person actually has a heart of gold. I just have to tell you, keep your mind open. It's definitely an energy of, when certain cards come out, people present that way. And not only are people presenting in this energy, but it's also an energy of you perceive them to be this way. And I'm not saying you're wrong, because I feel like you could be very right. That is how they're acting, or that is how they want to be seen. But their authentic, true self, at their heart, is the King of Cups. So there's something where, keep an open mind. It might not be right now, but in the future, somebody is going to show you their true colours, and you'll realise that they're not who they were making themselves out to be. Some people, it can be quite frustrating because they think it's cool to be nonchalant, or maybe not nonchalant, but they feel it's cool to be non-emotional and to be like passionate and to be anything other than loving and kind. They think it's cool to not be, whereas this person is very much going against their natural kind nature to try and appear attractive, or to try and appear appealing to you. And it's kind of funny that them trying to get your attention is putting you off, whereas if you saw who they really were, you'd like them. I'm gonna wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, or you know it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tarot Tuesdays.